Outdoors, and today we're going to be scouting out some spots for some tree stands, and we're going to be doing a little squirrel hunting with the 20 gauge. And in today's video we're also going to be using our new toy, our GoPro style camera. It's called JAKD Wasp by WASPcam, and it's going to be mounted to my head for a second point of view. We have some videos of dove hunting with this camera, and I thought it was a pretty interesting point of view from squirrel hunting. So, take my cameraman and we're going to head off into the woods. Okay guys, so we came up the bridge that we were planning on scouting for deer. And as you can see, right on top of the bridge, there's a nice well-used deer trail. And it goes all the way up the ridge. And 2 years ago, when I hunted out here, I actually used this tree right here. As you can see, it is marked by 3 trail markers. And I was probably about 13 feet up in the tree. And I saw some of the biggest deer in my life out of this tree. And what these deer will do, they will run this ridge line and they'll peel off to their bedding areas, because we have a briar patch over here, just a thicket of sticker bushes and whatnot that they like to bed down in. And it gets thicker up farther you go up the ridge. So this is going to be one location where we're going to hang a stand. It's probably about 5 to 10 yards off this trail. But most of the deer I saw as we were sitting here were probably about 30 yards that way, and they'd come from the bottom and then work their way up the ridge. I never shot a deer out of this stand because I only got to hunt it once last year. Then it started snowing and it got too deep and I couldn't make it out here. But we're going to follow this trail up the ridge farther, and we're going to see if we can't find intersecting trails, and we're going to, that's mainly what we're going to be looking for. We're also going to be looking for scrapes, rubs, and food sources. Like this oak tree behind me, it'll drop acorns, and I can see that it's been hit pretty hard. Got some acorns right here. So, and I'm actually hunting public land, and they mainly planted beans, so the deer are going to be moving up into the wood lines and to the timbers trying to find acorns. Now if you can set up near an oak tree, that'd be your best bet, probably for this year. But my cameraman and we're gonna move up the ridge, see if we can't find anything else. Stay tuned. We got a squirrel up here. I got the camera on. We're gonna see if we can't get him. Nailed him. Let's go. First kill of the day. Now we're gonna get back to scouting for deer. Let's go. Okay guys, we found our second tree that we're gonna use. After this we're gonna have to find one more. But the reason I'm choosing this tree right here is because we followed the trail up by about 100 yards or so, and there are plenty of oak trees around this area. So you can see that. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 oak trees just from where I'm standing, and we're right at the top of the ridge line, and we have I think it's beans this year, a bean field down to our right side, and we're going to be facing north when we're sitting in the stand, just so we don't get blinded by the east to west rise and drop of the sun. And this trail actually follows past this tree, and it goes down to the fields. We also have a creek line probably about 300 to 400 yards that way. And we also have a creek over this way, probably about 250 to 300 yards. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark this tree. So when we actually bring our tree stands out, probably within the next day or so, we can find our points and set up our stands. And that hurt a squirrel. Now our third location, we're going to drop down to the river bottom, and we're going to find a spot up on the creek line where the deer are going to be traveling, because they're going to use those as basically like highways, or just because they're going to be protected by brush and by the valley. It's basically a natural choking point. Sorry. So we're going to make our way down the ridge through the bean field, and then we're going to go down to the creek line, and we're going to show you what to look for down on the creek line. So let's get moving. Hey guys, so this is going to be the end of our video. We're just going to do a little wrap up of what the video is about. We were mainly trying to find spots for our tree stands, and we were scouting out the locations. And when you're scouting for your locations, what you want to look for are heavily used trails, side trails that these bucks will use until the rut starts and start following the heavily used family trails. You also want to look for food and water sources and areas of travel and choke points. Mainly choke points would be your valleys in between a road and a river, or in between like field edges and valleys or draws. Those would be your best to look. And if you can find a combination of food, a heavily used trail, and a good water source, you're for sure going to fill your freezer for this season. It's been Tyler with ArrowHead Outdoors. Thanks for watching.